everybody, and welcome back to Spiritual Successor, a comedy video game design podcast where we take your horrible, nasty, cursed video game ideas from all over the internet, and we bring them back to this spot right here, and we turn them into the next AAA titles.
You know what? I like that.
I am one of your hosts, AJ Hart.
And I am your other host, Blake Rea. Taking
Blake,
it back.
Today we are scheming.
Mm-hmm. Why are we steaming it? Well, that's strange because we just got off a videocation. A videocation. Yeah, we just got off a videocation, bro. Like, what can you be like super upset about? What is going on? What's going on?
No, I'm just scheming about how I can get back at Yoko Taro today because this motherfucker has been out to get me. This dog really made like a video. So 12 years ago, Yoko Taro sat down and he made this game. Mm-hmm. And he was like, one day, this dumb motherfucker named AJ Hart will play my next video game, which my next video game is gonna fucking own bones. My name's Yoko Taro, and in the year that I created Nier Replicant, all I could think about was how good Nier Automata was going to be. And it's going to make AJ love that game so much that that game's going to be so successful that it gives this game I'm working on now the privilege to be received in the public eye again, despite it being like this. And AJ Hart will be tricked at every turn. Every 20 minutes, AJ will be on an absolute high, and then 20 minutes later will be at an absolute low, wrestling with what this game does to him, just mentally as a person. My name's Yoko Taro, and fuck AJ Hart in the future.
Well,
I'm trying to get back at this motherfucker. I'm trying to find a way to get back at Yoko Taro today. Today is my Yoko Taro vengeance quest day. I just want you to understand where I'm at with Yoko Taro right now. Well, I'm having to play through half of the game 3 times. I'm currently on the 3rd playthrough. Now,
AJ,
this isn't like
AJ,
something
I have
fun,
an answer
like,
for you.
ooh, do the alternate options. Like, it is the same bosses, the same plot points. It was kind of cool the second time because there was a little bit of new stuff with the new voice lines and new dialogue. And you know what? I'll be honest. The second time it kind of ripped bones.
AJ,
the third time I'm going through it, though.
AJ, okay, hold on 1 second. So you've gone through this game, at least you're going through this game about 3 times, and you're trying to figure out a way to get back at this guy. I have the answer. AJ, what's worse than playing a game 3 times and it feeling like a grind? Designing a game 3 times and it feeling like a grind. I suggest, so this for those that don't know, we're talking about Nier Automata and Nier Replicant, and it's the way he likes designing his games is you have to go through the game multiple times to get the whole story from different perspectives.
And
it's
it
really,
fucking
really cool.
owned Nier Automata. Nier Automata works because he puts you through the first part of the game happens, and you go through it one time.
AJ, it didn't work.
You finish it.
It did not work. Because you know why? Because I couldn't get it through it once.
No, you couldn't get through that. You didn't get to like the second boss even, dog. You didn't even get to the open world.
I got to the big saw.
You did the tutorial. You got to the big saw. You went to the moon base. You didn't even go back down to Earth to experience the actual town.
I did go to the town. I did go to the weird little facade town that I looked around. I'm like, wow, this is like really gross looking. And then I stopped playing the game. I guess there's like really cool shit that happens, but guess what? It lost me. But besides the point, this is besides the point. My taste in this game is not important. What you and I do, we go to this gentleman's design studio, and we do a hostile takeover, AJ, and guess what? We tell them when we acquire their asses, we don't like the game design it again, and we delete the master file, and then he builds a game from the top again, and we tell him, no, I don't like it like this, and he designs it again, and then that third one's okay. So now he has to experience the shit you do, AJ, where you have to play the game over and over again. It's the repeat.
Okay, yeah, I like this. This is a good scheme. So whatever the game is that we make this week on this episode, it will be created and directed by Yoko Taro. We will delete the master file of the game 2 times before we release it.
Okay, can I add a little stank on that? Does that mean whatever game we make this week has to be playable 3 times?
No. It is
No,
made 3 times.
I think that's it was made 3 times. Okay, but that doesn't. Regardless,
it will still be a game directed by Yoko Taro, so it will have like a replay.
It has to have
element.
a new game.
Yes, absolutely. This will be a Yoko Taro collab, of course, of course.
All right. Actually, you know
Yoko
what?
Taro's an auteur. I need to make sure that if it's got Yoko Taro's name on the tin, it of course will have like his stank on it. I need to explain really quick. I didn't get to talk about on the podcast why I'm so steezed at this man.
Bro, we've been talking about this for 7 minutes. Do you want to actually do some game design?
Yeah, but I didn't. You cut me off before I got to talk about how fucked up this third playthrough is.
Okay.
So the game, you have to run through the bosses every single time, all 3 times you run through the whole game. And the game knows that you have to do this, to the point that there are achievements in the game that say, congrats, you beat this boss in 4 minutes. Good job, dipstick. You've played the game so many fucking times, you dumb idiot moron, that you can beat this boss in under 5 minutes. Good job, dweeb ass. Hey, fucknut. You did it in under 10. Good job. And I'm like, just give me a new boss then. Fucking do something else. Let me do different things, please.
Wait, what year was this made? Was this 2012 or 2010?
I don't fucking know. Google it.
Hold on. Because I'm trying to figure out, like, what other game could you be playing in this year of 2010? 2010 games. Wasn't that... Fallout 3 came out that year. You don't need to be playing anything else. Actually, no. Fallout 3 was 2008. You could be playing.
What else came out?
You could be playing Skyrim. Okay, actually, Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, Fallout New Vegas, Limbo came out that year, StarCraft, BioShock 2, Alan Wake, Heavy Rain, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Bro, there are so many other better games to be playing in the year 2010.
Okay. I'm so upset about this, Blake Rand, because I'm not going to lie to you. I've been giving this game a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, being like, it's a fucking 12-year-old game. Forgetting in my mind what that means. I mean, like, in my brain, when I think of a 12-year-old game, I'm thinking like fucking like, you know, like some PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2-ass game.
Yeah.
This was a PlayStation 3 generation game?
Yeah, PlayStation 3. I think it was also. I think this was like during the transition of. No, this was not during the transition. What the fuck am I saying? This is like middle of PlayStation 3 era, bro. Yeah, dude, there were like.
I could have been playing Infamous.
Yeah, you could have been playing. Was Infamous? No. God of War 3 came out this year,
Infamous was PlayStation 3, baby.
Oh, I'm talking about games that you could have played during the year of 2010. Like Red Dead Redemption and Fallout New Vegas alone is just... also, Alan Wake. Gotta give my love to that boy. Alan Wake, love you.
Anyway, Yoko Taro, thanks for making a game 12 years ago specifically designed to fuck me. I love
at least
it,
you
though.
appreciate it,
Hey,
right?
when this game rips, this game owns bones is the thing about it. Like, I'm so upset about this, but, like, I'm doing it. Because it rips sometimes. Like, those bosses rule. I got to one of the bosses on my second playthrough, and I went into that boss thinking to myself, I'm not going to cry a second time when I do this boss. Spoiler alert, I did cry a second time while fighting that boss. It rules.
Okay. I think... So going in the vein of Nier is based off of what you've talked to me about. It delves into really interesting questions about like what is being human and like how machines can imitate human, but how human can they really be? He's a very, 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 very like deep thinking person. So I want to wrap that into the first game because this is really relevant right now, and I feel he could do this game really well.
Of course,
this what comes to us on Squid Pope, Antiques Roadshow for memes. Stay with me.
Okay.
There is. You know what's really fucking popular right now, AJ? Like with NFTs. NFTs are fucking huge. It's like a zinger word now. Hell, the one meme girl, like the disaster kid, sold that NFT of that meme for $500,000, AJ. $500,000. There's so much money. So imagine somebody rolls up with an NFT of their meme and basically tries selling it Antiques Roadshow style. But it slowly devolves, actually not devolves, but kind of builds into this concept of what do you really own with an NFT? Yes, you have this piece of code, but is it like owning a painting, like a physical painting, like the original Mona Lisa or the original, like an original Jackson Pollock? And it gets into this whole mental thing of how we're slowly becoming a world where you don't actually own anything.
So let me break into Yoko Taro's mindscape a little bit. Yoko Taro, if you could just, I'm going to just crack open his big watermelon mascot head, just like with a big bat, and it's going to shatter like a piñata. And now I'm in his mind space. Ka-ting! So here's the question. As we create NFTs and we create these illustrations that are digitized, at the same time that we are starting to look at the post-human experience, we're going to hit a point when the Mona Lisa in image and Blake Rea, the human being, are both art. Which one's are both digitized, but which one's human, Blake? If I turn you into a flash drive and I turn Mona Lisa into a flash drive, how am I supposed to know which one's human? How are you supposed to know which one's human?
You also just made me really uncomfortable because, like, say somebody takes an image of you and sells it as an NFT. Does somebody own your? How does that go? Does they own the picture or do they own the like? I mean, I guess that is different. I don't know. We're talking about something I clearly do not understand. But then again, that's
Here's
like playing a near game.
Here's a list of things I know about NFTs. They're a Bitcoin, I think. And if you make them, Twitter gets mad at you. And the Wu-Tang Clan was stealing fan art and turning them into NFTs and selling those.
Really?
And not giving any money back to the creators.
Oh, what pieces of shit. That's not cool.
And then the Oscar situation with the NFT. And that's about all I know about NFTs. Is that they kind of just suck shit and are bad news.
Yeah, but there's like fucking money in it, which is like the craziest thing. Like NFTs,
there is a lot of money in it.
Like the fact that the meme girl was able to sell that image for $500,000.
The money is there because it's a digital currency, not because of the art. Like that's the tragic reality of it.
How do you mean? Like there's real money that was spent on NFTs. Like the whole thing that people did.
But what I'm saying is that people are interested. People are throwing money at the NFT because it is a digital NFT Bitcoin. If it was about the art, they wouldn't need to be selling NFTs. People would just be able to sell prints to rich people.
I disagree. Like I think there's this fascination with the concept of owning something digitally, even though it's not a tangible thing. It's just like for lack of a better word, it's a fucking. Well, no, I mean like, but even in a JPEG, do you physically own that? It's not. It's more of like at any moment that can be taken from your phone, or like it's just a free floating in a way and just an idea. It's something out there in the world that anybody could have access to, even though it is like. It's different, like, because you have a painting and then you have that in your physical person. You can keep that in a room away from things. An NFT is like, it's just like, I could just walk up and say, hey, this is an NFT, and you would just see it the same way a person would just see the average JPEG, you know? There's something weird about that, and there's something like, kind of like a loss of control that you can play into. So I'm wondering if this starts out as like just Antiques Roadshow style, a bunch of old white people coming and looking and getting stuff appraised from like their, from generations ago. I actually really like watching Antiques Roadshow with my parents. It's like something really soothing. There's something really soothing about it. Like I get home and I'm like, oh, hey, Antiques Roadshow. Watched a lot of Antiques Roadshow over COVID. That and RuPaul's Drag Race. Lots of those.
See, I'm glad you're able to get into Antiques Roadshow because I always got super uncomfortable by it.
Really? Why? Like, what about it?
Because these motherfuckers would show up to old people and they'd find a Coca-Cola sign in the backyard and they'd be like, that Coca-Cola sign can go on the black market for $17 billion and 3 kidneys.
What are you
and they'll walk over to the old man. The old man. Wait, am I thinking of the wrong show? Is Antiques Roadshow not the one where the people will go into like old people's backyards, find something, give them like $5 for it, and then sell it for like a couple G's?
Yes, you're talking about
like the Antiques Roadshow.
You're talking about the round guy, tall guy that would go into like people's like warehouses or garages and find like vintage like runner stuff, and they had like a van that they. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just don't know the name of Hold on. Okay, hold on. I need to get this. Let's use the magic of editing here.
No, don't worry about the names. Fuck the names. I don't care about those guys. I don't even want to name drop them. Fuck them. Patuh.
No, Antiques
If you find their names, just tell me what they are. DM them to me so I can spit on their names.
Okay,
what is Antiques Roadshow and how is it different than these people just
Antiques
punking
Roadshow?
the
It's like
fuck out of these old white people?
It is the staple for old people, I think. Right up there with like Withers Originals. Or black licorice candy or hard candy like that. When I think old people,
Blake,
I think
they are called Werther's Originals. They're not Withers Originals.
Did I say Withers Originals? I'm
you did, and that makes me think of like a horrible ghastly image,
like a wither, just like a wither ghost, but it's just like
Werther's Original is something that I'm given by my nice grandpa. A Withers Original is given to me by a witch named Baba Yaga who wants to lure me into her home so she can eat me up.
Okay, no, it's a Withers Original. So Antiques Roadshow is this convention where a bunch of appraisers get together. I believe they're actually underneath the company or hired by the company, and you can just show up to this convention with anything you have that you think is worth something. And those team of appraisals, you'll be assigned an appraiser, and they look at that item and they tell you how much it's worth. Like they use all of their resources to find out, like, oh, based off of the markings, it's from here. And that this tells us how much it's worth. So you have like a bunch of just people bringing...
Thank you so much. We have it. Welcome to Yoko Taro's new video game. We've digitized Mona Lisa and we've digitized Blake Rhea. Both of them exist in the digi-space. They are taken to a place and they will be appraised. What is the worth of a human life? What is the worth of Mona Lisa? Discuss.
So, you know, it's
playthroughs.
Wait, but hold on for a second, because I'm just thinking back. I have been explaining this game to you, but you have been picturing it from the television show Pickers, and that's the name of the show, by the way, Pickers. I think that's
Fuck you guys. Whoever hosts that.
But you're talking
about it. Don't let me catch you in the streets.
No, but you bring an interesting thing though. This is actually, what if we combine these two games? So the way you pitched it is like these two people are going into garbage, stuff that's been sitting for years. AJ, this is a game that takes place like 50 years in the future from now, and you're going through old NFTs, like old images. Could it be that they're doing it in a digital space? Like maybe this is a VR game. You are literally going into the internet to find rusted, forgotten NFTs and then bringing them to get appraised in an Antiques Roadshow style. So it's a dual gameplay thing. You know, that mechanic you and I can't fucking get enough of, that in dating games. So I'm wondering, is there like you're going out into this apocalyptic style thing like you do in Nier Automata, like a forgotten city, a forgotten civilization of NFTs hidden among the scraps of civilization.
I can't stress enough, and also digitized persons. Like the core crux of this thing will be the weight of art and the weight of a human life. And what are they when deconstructed into the digi space?
Hey, I gotta one thing I do just want to just talk about. You're talking about selling people.
I'm talking about selling flash drives of people. Yeah. And you know what? When they're digitized like that, these are the moral quandaries we will discuss. And I'm not talking about selling people. I'm talking about appraising people when they're digitized. Yes, this will be messy. Yes, this will be kind of gross.
Okay, but actually, okay. You are onto something, though. I think if you do tell a story of like, this is like weirdly feels like something could happen because for years
I'll tell you this much, as somebody that is going to finish 2 Yoko Taro video games, this does sound something that is entirely his shit.
Like the concept of selling somebody's essence or like the idea of somebody is fucking fascinating to me.
One, this motherfucker can't go 8 minutes without thinking about like, what makes a human being. And two, I want to deal with the moral quandaries of weight of like how much is a human life worth, and more so what is it worth when turned into a flash stick, when they've been downloaded to the cloud, when they're just a bunch of gigs.
I'm wondering if you could do a thing like, God, this is a can of worms I can't believe we're about to open, but each NFT or each image, it can be its own NFT. Are you collecting sequences of pictures from people throughout their lifetime? So like the NFT for them at 10 is different than an NFT of them at 20. So you could have different instances of the same person or the same like idea throughout their life.
Hold
or
on, wait, TM. I swear to God, Blake, right now, as we are putting this into the universe, if I hear anything about an NFT being sold, like a set of NFTs of like, oh, this guy sold 5 NFTs and they're one of him in like him in April, one of him in May, one of him in June. If I hear about that, I'm suing their asses.
AJ,
So I'm trademarking this idea right now on the podcast.
This is a suck force at work.
This is so important to me. This, because I'm trademarking it, and when I'm bored later, I might like take a photo of myself. And if I'm really, really bored and find myself having way too much money, then I will look into turning those into NFTs, and then I will be a billionaire.
How?
Yes, I said billionaire.
Hold on,
That's
AJ.
a fake amount of money that I've made up just now, and that's how much money I'm gonna have when I sell 5 NFTs of myself. I would like a different video game idea because NFTs make me uncomfy. Because
all right,
stinky.
go ahead. Well, look at that. It's all your automata games, man. They make you uncomfortable because they make you question things. Well, whatever. Go ahead. Give me a gaming idea. Give me a gaming idea. I won't reference anything.
I'll talk about creating a video game about maybe selling and buying digital people once they've been downloaded to flash sticks. But I draw the line about trying to talk about NFTs because they're just a little bit too real for me.
It's something that currently exists, and it's like, oh, I'm already seeing people misuse that.
This comes from Mars, the purple bastard clown, at No One Gaytheist. Tsundere Simulator. Your entire goal is just to be mean to the person you like. If you try to be nicer and better yourself, you get the bad ending. Your love interest rejects you because you're not assertive enough.
Could we turn this... Okay, go ahead.
No, we can't turn this into a good thing. I'm desperately interested in doing it as a mean thing. Oh, party game! Fuck yeah!
I say we call this. Here's the game. Remember in Jackbox, there's Monster Date Night where you actually get to text each other and like hit on each other and figure out who you want to go on dates with. I wonder if there is a game here where we can do one person in your group is like the harem center and everybody else is trying to be mean to that one person. But of course this is a game where people's feeling like the whole, what you're getting into. It's a game called tsundere like harem or whatever. It's going to be about
here's the
being
thing that
mean.
we need to unpack right now at the top of it when we say tsundere simulator. We need to identify the ultimate tsundere character. For those of you that are smart enough to avoid anime, a tsundere character is somebody that's mean because they like somebody.
Okay, the ultimate tsundere has to be...
it's one of the girls from Archie was this. Was it the black-haired girl or the blonde-haired girl from Archie was a tsundere?
I think it was the black-haired girl that's a tsundere.
Okay, the black-haired girl from Archie was
honestly,
a tsundere.
Dude, I don't even know anymore because I feel like those two girls, like... It was like originally that they were supposed to be into Archie, but then it became, which is fucking hilarious. They were like, you know what, fuck that. And I think the two of them are dating now, and they just like, well, Archie's kind of a piece of shit, so we're gonna go do our own thing, which I think is the funniest, which is like the funniest thing ever. I think they have their own comics. I don't know. Archie comics are weird because there's a comic called Archie versus Predator. It's an unpredictable comic series.
So we do need to figure out who mathematically the ultimate tsundere character is. Do you have any people that you would propose?
I'm forgetting the name of the anime, but it's the it's the brunette girl from that likes the blue-haired guy that has like the angry eyes. It's the one where she's called the tiger and he's called the something else.
Okay, the little short girl from Toradora.
Toradora. Dude, that series fucks me up so good. Yeah, honestly, here's the thing. I cannot be more annoyed
what are the
with
traits?
Toradora.
What are the characteristics and what are the lines? You know what I mean? What makes her mathematically the best?
Because she has such like little glimpses of just the cutest fucking moments of just like her being super humane and super nice to other people other than our main character.
I think she's a little bit too quick to violence.
I mean, like, she knows what she's about. She just she gets in there with her wooden sword.
She don't take shit. We love that about her.
She doesn't take shit, and she's a little aggressive. All right. I mean, like, nobody's perfect.
That's true. Fair enough.
Who would you say is the perfect tsundere?
Rin Tosaka. Notable things about her. 1, saves the main character from bleeding out multiple times. That's pretty cool. Another notable thing, every time she interacts with the main character, she's like, next time we meet each other, it's to the death, homeboy.
Oh my God.
And then they meet up next time, and she's like, all right, so that was a bluff, actually. How's it going? I'm not killing you.
This is the girl from Fate, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, she's so... All right. Hold on real quick.
Mean, but not too mean. Sassy.
I did it.
Well, she's very sassy, but she's not maliciously mean.
I was gonna say cute, but all right. She's 17. Nope. Can't say that live. I mean, like, there's other where she's like 20 years old later. But
yeah, she goes to college.
She goes to college. I don't know. Don't feel comfortable doing anything. I'm not touching that.
All right, we don't need to like unpack or like make accusations. We're just looking at like the archetype of the character that is mean but likes somebody. What I'm trying to find right here is our lines and veils of a tsundere character. You know, a character, because like I think it's important that we find these archetypes and make sure that we understand when it's too far. Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion? That's not a tsundere. That's just a bitch.
Really? I feel like
she's so mean.
I feel like anytime a tsundere is mentioned, she's like there. She's like one of the staples, my guy.
Oh, for sure, but that doesn't mean she's a good one.
That doesn't mean she's fucked up.
When people say spy movies, we all think of James Bond, but there's better spy movies. Like, come on, dog.
Name another spy movie. Quick.
Kingsman, fuck you.
Okay, name another spy movie.
You thought you were going to catch me slipping?
Name another spy movie.
Vertigo. Thought you were going to catch me slipping?
Vertigo's not a spy movie.
What?
I mean, well, technically,
he's a PI.
He's not a PI. I thought he was like a business owner. And like he just got...
I thought he was an investigator. Like a private investigator.
Vertigo plot. I don't know. It's fucking... And oh, you're right. An ex-officer who suffers from an intense fear of heights. Yeah.
Blake, you gotta be... God, you're never gonna catch me slipping like this. I'm too good.
Movie. That's not a spy movie. He's a police officer. That is very different than being a spy. That's very different.
You're thinking...
Argue. Are you thinking of North by Northwest?
Also is a better spy
or
movie?
To Catch a Thief or something?
I was probably thinking of one of his other movies where he has some boring white guy that has to hunt down some white girl. Like, they're all the same movie.
No, I mean, Birds is a little bit different.
Anyway.
Okay. So we're drifting
this
this
video
week.
game, the goal is to bully a main character without going too far and being malicious. But you can't be nice to them because then you aren't assertive enough, and then you'll get the bad end.
So going back to what I was saying, could this be a party game then? Is it like a person is randomly assigned the harem center, and then everybody else in your group is trying to be the best tsundere?
I would argue this. It is an AI that is the character, because what I'm interested is the push and pull of some characters fucking and messing and pranking the main protagonist character. And then the other one's trying to undo those pranks without being caught. Like, you know what's going to be a super cool and funny thing that I'm going to do as a tsundere person? I'm going to just throw this nerd's lunch in the garbage because I cooked him my own lunch. And I need his lunch gone so he'll eat my tasty lunch. So I throw it in the dumpster. And then you, Blake Ray, you're like, I need to make sure he eats. He's going to want that food. So you're going to go get the food out of the dumpster for him. But if he catches you putting the food in, like, the right spot where his lunch is supposed to be, well, at that time, he would probably think that you were, like, kind of stealing it, and that might actually earn you bonus points. But if he catches me planting my lunchbox for him, then he's going to be like, she's doing a nice thing for me. That can't possibly be right.
Real quick question. Is this borderlining on our other game, Fuck, Marry, Kill a little bit. Like turning it into a party game, is it kind of the same thing without the murder?
You know what? You're right. It is kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Well, I think that this one exists more in like a third party, like in like a party based system, like active time, 3D models in the world together type system that the other one did not. I think this one has stealth mechanics and real world like objects that can be moved around.
There's like a limited open world that all the people can maneuver around. Like
this is a sandbox with objectives and items and a schedule that our main protagonist runs through that we will try to mess up and torment.
How about this? And there are items, because to really emphasize like the competition thing, there's only one instance of every single item. So you're constantly you might have to fuck over the people you're competing with, like, and to steal the item from them. Like one of the most valuable items in this game, I bet you, is a copy of his daily schedule. So like if you have his daily schedule, you will know where he's going to. You don't have to guess. You don't have to like think of like, you can plan ahead, be like, oh, the person we're crushing on has swim practice at 5:00. Sweet, I have 2 hours to prepare for that. Let me go get some something to spill on him or spill on them while they're at swim practice, or I don't know, something else. I don't know. But you are also everybody's trying to mess with the main crush's schedule throughout the day. And there's
we're
items
all trying
you can
to
pick
get his
up
attention, earn his ire, torment him just a little bit. You know, I noticed that his umbrella is super small, so I'm going to bully the shit out of him. And then he's going to come up to school the next day with a big umbrella. And you're thinking, a big umbrella. Cool. But you know what's important about a big umbrella? Which I plan to head for? 2 people can fit under a big umbrella, and oops, I forgot my umbrella today. So I'll be walking home sharing an umbrella with him. That's how I roll. It's all about the mind games and the planning and the strats. You know what I mean? I'm going to put a pin in this one. Do you have another game for me?
I do have another game for you. This one comes to us on Reddit from Hojack_Borsman. Loot-based action game like Diablo or Borderlands, but it's set in the culinary world, and the drops are ingredients that you can turn into more powerful foods. I think it would be so much fun to go through, like, how do I tackle this? Because you have to live in a world where like everything you attack or are battling has to drop food items. So I'm wondering if you can take this as like a Bugsnax sort of.
I'm thinking about Bugsnax.
Yeah.
Thinking about Bugsnax.
But more of like, picture that as like something with more fighting. So rather than it being like you have to do puzzles to do complicated
there's
traps
plenty of battle in Bugsnax.
Yeah. Is there battling in Bugs? Is there like an FPS shooter in Bugsnax?
Well,
is there like a top-down brawler in Bugsnax?
You got a slingshot so you can lure Bugsnax around. No, you know what? I don't want combat. I want this to be like a drop-in, where we drop in, boys, Fortnite Battle Royale, where you all drop in and you all have little like tools so you can capture Bugsnax. You then have to take the Bugsnax back to a place to cook them.
AJ, I have something way fucking. Okay, actually, let's go off what you're saying, but I want to build off of what you're saying. So
yes,
this is a battle royale, but it's not a battle royale like one would think. So you have this map, and in the center of this map is some sort of like food contest, a chili contest, a cake contest, some sort of steak contest. You drop, and while you are trying to get to the center of this point, you are hunting animals that are made of different ingredients.
You are hunting, capturing, and luring Bugsnax so that you can get ingredients.
So you can get ingredients that you then have to cook in the end game circle, or you are cooking along the way to take to the end circle. But the cool part is other people can attack you, steal your ingredients, or better yet, steal your dish, dude, and like be like, "Oh, you made a beautiful cake." But here's the thing, like as you get more ingredients and as you cook more stuff, there's like I wonder if there's a system of like Death Stranding where it becomes kind of a balancing simulator. So as you collect,
I have a better idea for you.
Yeah, go.
There's no killing. They capture you. If you fall into my trap and you get kerpranked by my big net, then I'm going to steal the snacks that you've got, and I'm going to take your frying pan too, because I need a good frying pan for when I get to the cooking section.
That's fun. That's what you spawn with. Like in Fortnite, you have your pickaxe. In this, you have a frying pan, and that's what you do all your cooking with.
I think the frying pan was something you found. I like the idea that you can hunt down snacks and food, and also you can hunt down cooking tools.
Okay.
Better cooking tools, bigger pots than what is going to be normally there at the cooking section.
Okay, I like that. I like this a lot. Okay.
The cooking section won't spawn until enough players have been eliminated.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so that's interesting. So it's not actual like combat. It's like you have to set. It's a trap based like battle royale.
It's a trap based battle royale.
That's cool as fuck. Actually, okay, that's awesome. I like that because then you can put food out as bait or something, and people can
there you go.
Yep. So. Oh, fuck it. Okay, I'm going
to put a big meatloaf right here in the water, and it's just floating there because we all know meatloaf can't swim, and then someone's going to try to come steal that meatloaf, but what's this? They activate my trip line. They're caught in a box.
Bam. Okay, fuck yeah. Okay. So how do we, as the players, know what we're trying to cook? Is that something you have to... Because, like, you haven't played Hunt Showdown, but the way it works is you don't know what monster you are fighting until you do until you get a couple of till you track it, till like you have to go to like 2 locations, and then it tells you the actual location of the boss you're there to kill. I'm wondering, could you do a similar system where you have to get some things?
We should take a finger, or take a tasting, something out of the hand or the bucket of, sorry, I forgot how like normal like sentence structure works, and like alliteration, not alliteration. What are those called? Phrases? Phrases. What's it called when it's a phrase that's used commonly?
Mm-hmm.
You know the word.
Bro, I don't know. My brain isn't cooking right now.
Cool. I'm so glad that we're both so good with words. Anyway, we're going to take
sentence?
a trick.
Are you thinking of a sentence?
Nope. I found the sentence I was looking for, but that's not the common phrase word I'm looking for. We're going to take a trick out of the book of deck builders. And there won't be generally like an idea of like, I know what I'm going to cook at the end of this. It will be like, there will be staples around. And then there will be some things that we, as characters that load in, will always be able to hunt down. If I play as Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, I'm going to know where to find some vegetable animals. That's just something that my character will always be able to track. And while I'm hunting down some vegetables, maybe some salad. Ooh, what's this? I found some ham? Yeah, we're going to do some chef salads when I get to the final zone today. And it's just like a little deck builder, but for hunting. You know a staple of what you're going to be hunting because you chose your character at the beginning. And then from there, it's a little bit of RNG based, a little bit of luck, a little bit of who'd you hunt and who'd you steal from on your way to the final thing.
Okay, I like this a lot because that means you can kind of build out your character of like... that way there's like
You're building out your cupboard of what you could cook.
No, I think it should be... How about this? I think there should be specific challenges because then it tells what people... It makes certain supplies more desirable between games. So it'll be like, hey, you're cooking a chili, guess what? Like, you're going to need to find, like, the bean snakes that are running around. That means there's more competition on those specific things. It feels more focused.
Would you be told how many chili players are going to be, like, dropping in? Or bean hunters, I suppose.
Well, no, I think it's a cooking competition, so it'll be like I want to lean into them having to do a specific food because I feel that that's like how, well, at least here in the US, is like that's how they do a lot of their cooking competitions. It's like, hey, we're doing a chili festival. Hey, we're doing a barbecue festival. Hey, we're doing a jerky festival.
At the top of the round, the players are all told what they need to hunt.
Yes. But building off what you're saying is you can give your character a loadout of abilities of like, hey, you can always see like the footprints of all the animals in your area. So like, the bean snakes or like, just the fantasy cows. I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave the names of the monsters for later down the line.
We'll leave it to the Bugsnax dev team. We'll leave it to Yoko Taro.
Yeah. Well, okay, but you get abilities like that. It always tells you like, or you can identify like 3 times per round. You can see what monsters are in your immediate vicinity via like an overhead map or something. Just those kind of abilities that you can give your loadout. But here's the thing. You might bring a loadout with you that might not work for anything for the contest you're in. So there's still that level of unpredictability of like, okay, I have these sets of skills. How can I find these things? And as you're, a la, battle royales, every building has different cooking ware in it. Or just like some already have
every
like
cave will have different animals. Yeah, well, battle royale stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the cooking section. Is it just that you go in and the recipe was chosen at the top of the order? The rarity of ingredients you chose will give you a little bit of bonus points. And then you have to do Cooking Mama mini games, and whoever does the best Cooking Mama mini games with the best amount of points ranked in from rarities of beasts would then be the winner of the round.
Okay. I want to discuss something because I didn't really think about is what are you still vulnerable in the center while you're cooking, or is it like once you get to the tent area it's off limits? Like once you enter the tent circle you can't like be.
Once you're in the tent circle you're off limits. You can't be touched. Okay. You're a chef now, not a combatant. Does
that imply you can't leave? But like maybe you're cooking something
Correct.
and you realize
you don't.
Leave. Oh, okay. I was proposing that maybe you can have this level of you're cooking something, but you realize you don't have this specific spice you want to add to it to give it like this
that
kind
sucks.
of
We've all seen
flavor.
Chopped. We know what happens when you forget ingredients.
Oh God, that's fucked up. I like that too because then it'll be like, oh well, I'm gonna do the best with what I have, and then it becomes a Cooking Mama thing. I don't know how what determines the pointage of your cooking.
The amount of catches, the rarity of catches, and then how well you do on the timings of your mini games. It will have a Cooking Mama scoring system that will be multiplied by the amount of things that you've captured and the rarity of the things that you've captured. And those points will all be accrued to decide the final victor.
Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, so what are some of the other like cooking ware that you can find? So it'll be like, hey, this is a cooking.
You can find fancy knives that will make it easier to get perfects on the cutting mini games. You can find pots, and I think that like maybe the bigger the pot, the more animals you can put into the pot when you're boiling stuff. Like you want to find bigger and bigger pans and pots. That way your cap for the amount of animals that you brought in to cook with is higher.
So how does that translate into? I agree with you. Like the quality of catch and stuff. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 did a good thing about that. Of like how well you hunted determines how well the pelt is and how well the meat is and all that stuff. I think I want to lean into something like that. But I'm trying to figure out like how. So what does the trapping mechanics look like? Are you using?
It's Bugsnax, baby. You just use a big net and a big box. And if the animal comes into your box, you can close it on them. And you got to find ways to like make your animals get stunned by like either making the animals bang into each other or by like covering the wall in ketchup and the burger will tackle the rock.
I have a question for you. Do you spawn with your loadout? And if you spawn
with trap tools.
Okay, but maybe if you didn't spawn in with the right trap tools, that's when you can take them from other people. So that'd be like, hey, you need to catch these.
Okay, you want to offer up some specialty trap tools. Maybe there will be a specialty trap tool you can have which is just a big spatula, like SpongeBob has, and that will let you just flip the bungers. So when the bunger runs over to tackle you, you can hit him with the spatula and just scoop it up really easily. But man, I forgot to load in with a spatula. But if I capture you did bring a spatula, and that'll make it way easier for me to capture the bungers.
Yes. Okay. I think we're on to something. I think we're cooking here, for lack of a better term.
This is Bugsnax 2.
This is Bugsnax 2? That's just what we're gonna call it. Just gonna fucking outright steal it. Ay.
Well, I just think that the Bugsnax engine is so good, and like the world is so fun to just like play in, and I like the idea of like capturing these animals is like it's light puzzle solving. It's always, you can't just like attack it or like scoop it up with a net, right? It has to be like kind of shocked or delayed or dizzy before you can just scoop it up into your fun net.
So is this just basically Bugsnax Royale? That's kind of how we're looking at it?
I'm thinking of it as a Bugsnax Royale, yeah. But
Hell
with a
yeah,
cooking element at the end, which is not in the original Bugsnax.
Okay, I think, is that like our nug? Is that the game we want to run with? Is that...
Well, let's touch base on our nugs really quick. We had a video game where we forced Yoko Taro to weigh the weight of a human life as opposed to Mona Lisa when they're both digitized. We've got Bugsnax Royale. We've got the tsundere push and pull stealth action game.
That's
Was there
it.
a fourth one today?
There was
No,
there was
the
just
three.
those three. Yeah, just those three, brother. What are you feeling? Because I'm feeling like our Bugsnax Royale game because it feels the most fleshed out, and also it doesn't anger you.
It doesn't make me like angry to my core. If anything, this one makes me a little bit happy. You know what I mean? This one's like, oh yeah, Bugsnax, baby. Maybe we can get Caro Caro Bonito to give us another track.
Oh my god, Bugsnax 2. Ooh, oh my god, Bugsnax 2. Ooh. Yeah, it like the 2 already has the oohs in it. Hell yeah,
It's
yeah,
already
dude.
there.
All right.
Yeah, I think
I feel
Bugsnax
like
Royale is the nug today.
Bugsnax Royale. All right, hell yeah. Is there any boss fights with something like this, or is this actually? I don't know if there's any
Has our Discord boss fight been particularly food related lately?
It is not food related. So we.
That'd make it pretty tough to find a boss fight, wouldn't it?
All right. I think that's it then. I think Bugsnax 2 or Bugsnax Royale is our game this week, brother.
Bugsnax Battle Royale.
Bugsnax Battle Royale. Really? Bugsnax Battle Royale or Bugsnax Royale?
Yeah, you know what? I'm saying it a couple times. What? Blake.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
You know, in France, they don't call it a double Mac with cheese. A Big Mac with cheese. They call it a Big Mac Royale. You see, we won't call it Bugsnax Royale. Here in America, we'll call it Bugsnax with cheese.
Bugsnax with cheese. So, I can see it now.
Just in case that joke wasn't funny to any of our lovely listeners, please watch the first scene of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I love the fact that we're like, hey, to laugh at that joke, go do this other thing. I'm sure that's gonna go over well. But I also love
Blake,
the idea of naming it that.
Blake, you're in the room with me. That was a banger joke, right? Could you just affirm for me?
It was not.
Was that a banger?
It was not a good joke, dude. You've had way better. You've had way better. I mean, I also have a disposition towards that movie because like everybody I knew in fucking film school loved to quote that movie. And I'm like, all right, it's an okay movie. It's not the fucking best movie ever.
Okay,
Jesus
but
Christ.
Bugsnax with cheese is a very good idea instead of Bugsnax Royale. I'm taking that one. I don't care if you agree. That's right. That's the move.
I think the name is very good. I think how you got to the name was pretty Bugsnax with cheese is fun. I like that. Let's go with Bugsnax with cheese. I think that's funny because it's just like I'm sure they'll look at that and be like, why the fuck that name at all?
But hey, every film major will know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, a very niche audience.
Or every straight white guy that likes Quentin movies.
There you go. That's a little bit more accurate. Every straight white guy who thinks he's the greatest director of our time. But
how can he not? He has a 5-minute scene where we look at some girl's dirty feet. He's the greatest director of all time.
Was that in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
That was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Didn't they also I have not seen that movie, but wasn't the scene also about feet and how feet are like Like that, they're like that's the whole movie. Also, not to kink. I mean, like no kink shaming. Like if you're into feet, you're into feet. Whatever. But like it's so.
I'm not here to kink shame. I'm here to talk about the fact that I watched a movie that had a 5-minute scene where we were looking at some girl's feet. I'm not here to kink shame. I am here to shame for somebody who's so boldly parading their kink. Just out there.
Hey, AJ, I bet you there is a small portion of the world that looked at those 5 minutes as the greatest 5 minutes of all of cinema. So, hey, it may not be great to us, but maybe that was the pinnacle. That was the pinnacle of cinema. God, man, words be hard. Words are hard.
You're
man.
really wanging up. We're never taking a week off again. You can't do words, and I can't think of common phrases. So, like,
yeah,
we can never take a week off like this again.
If we take a break, we just slowly lose touch with the concept of conversation and proper enunciation.
Our show is so whack today.
All right, let's go to patch notes, dude.
It's a miracle I thought of Bugsnax with cheese.
We almost lost that gem. I don't know what we could have done. I don't know what we could have done, but hey, it was funny. I'll give you that. Bugsnax with cheese is good. All right, let's go to patch notes.
Let's go to patch notes.
Is there anything we want to talk about today? Anything we want to push? Just
Not
maybe,
that I
hey,
can think of.
Let's do leave a review on iTunes. We haven't done one of those in a while.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Patch Notes. Thank you as always, for listening to today's show. Blake and I have one big request for you today, though. It's a pretty huge one, not gonna lie. Like, this is probably the biggest thing we've ever asked of you, our lovely audience, and ever probably, huh, Blake?
So, just a little simple thing. We're kind of like, it's been about a year since we've gotten a review on iTunes. And I'm not saying that's, like it doesn't hurt our feelings or anything, but if you're feeling kind, if you're feeling up to it, can you leave the worst review possible for us on iTunes? Like a 1
still
star.
Give it 5 stars.
Like a 1
Hold on.
No.
5
Like a 1
stars is
star.
still important. 5 stars are still so wickedly important. You can say whatever you want in the words. You can cuss us out. You can call us bad at podcasting. You can do whatever you want in the description. But just the
AJ,
like the 5 stars. If you want to do a description that's like Blake and AJ both smell like butts and their audio is atrocious and I hate them, 5 stars.
No, AJ. I don't want no lies. I don't think. Is there anybody out there that thinks we're 5 star? I don't think so. I know there's a lot of people that think we're out there like 1 star.
My mom thinks we're 5 stars, but she doesn't listen to the show.
I triple dog dare you, the audience, to leave a bad review on iTunes. Maybe not. No, I don't know how many people would actually do that. The bit was funny, but I can't commit.
Leave us a 5-star review.
I can't commit anymore.
You should do reviews though that just insult us, because that would be very funny if they were just digs on us and then we're 5 stars. That would own actually.
If you're feeling kind, we would greatly appreciate a review on iTunes. Just like AJ said, if you want to leave a bad one, and actually
you can do that, but you have to leave 5 stars.
No,
you
leave
can
an
leave
honest
a mean
rating.
review, but it has to be 5.
No. Leave an honest rating. If you're feeling up to it, we would definitely appreciate it.
It can be a review just like my mom would. I wish that they weren't doing this podcast 5 out of 5. Like,
I wish
think about it
I wish
that
they had
way.
real jobs. 5 out of 5.
With that, we're definitely not begging. With that request, I'm going to go ahead and close the show out today. As always, our intro and outro music is Cheap Shot by Anna Monoguchi, an excellent song from an excellent band for an excellent game. I've been your host, AJ Hart.
And I have been your other host, Blake Rea.
This has been Spiritual Successor, and these are cool games
that should not be made.